Hey everyone, and welcome back. So I know I haven't been around for I think 2 weeks now. I just had some family stuff to take care of, including some last minute stuff, which did kind of cut off some time that I was saving to record stuff. But I am back now with some. Actually, I'm kind of glad I waited. I don't think there was actually too much to talk about, but there's definitely a lot of stuff to go over. So where should I start? Actually, I'm going to start with Imprint Films, the Australian company. They're the ones who are doing that new Halloween special, limited set that obviously we've talked about before, sold out pretty quick. Some of us did manage, luckily because of some of you who let me know that a couple more did come in stock a few weeks ago. I was able to grab one. But they did decide, I kind of figured they were going to do that. They did decide to make more, which I'm actually glad they did. So just want to give you guys a heads up in case you didn't know. Last I did check, it was indeed up for pre-order on their website, the Imprint Films store website, which is like Via Vision, if I remember correctly. And they also announced a new title coming December, wait, when was it again? Oh, I'm sorry, November 26th. Is a new double feature set of Silent Night, Deadly Night 1 and 2. And so the first one is going to be 4K, and the second one is going to be Blu-ray only. I'll get to the details in just a second. It is kind of one of their kind of limited deluxe sets, and it retails for $219.95 Australian, which for here in the States, that converts to $145.14. And this is the one of their really deluxe editions, which comes with a bunch of extra stuff. So it's going to be in a very large, kind of hard box with spot gloss treatment and snow-like partial grit finish. And it's going to have a fully laminated 27 by 40 reprint of the Silent Night, Deadly Night poster. And it's going to have also one for Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, as well as a reproduction of the original 1984 press kit for the first film, 8 replica lobby cards featuring original production stills from both films, as well as a reprint of issue number 1 of the official Silent Night, Deadly Night comic adaptation from American Mythology Productions, and a 3D lenticular hard case housing all 4 discs. So it's going to be a 4-disc set. It's going to be a 4K disc of the first film of the theatrical cut, as well as 2 Blu-ray discs, one Blu-ray of the theatrical cut of the first film, and then the other Blu-ray will be of the uncensored cut of the first film, and then the 4th disc in the set is a Blu-ray of the second film. Now, I did kind of go side by side, and as far as the discs go, it looks like they are pretty much identical to the Scream Factory releases that we got not too long ago. Well, 4K release Silent Night, Deadly Night last year, I think. Last year. And then Part 2, which I know was put on Blu-ray a few years prior. So I went right down the list. It looks like they're pretty much identical. Doesn't look like there's anything new here. The only thing I don't know, I didn't see it listed anywhere, so I don't know whether or not these have been completely reauthored. So in the case of the Halloween films, even though they were using the same transfers that were on the Scream Factory releases, they were all, as far as I can tell, reauthored by Fidelity in Motion. I didn't see anything listed here, so I don't know if these were or not, or if they literally just are complete ports of the Scream Factory release. But still, if you guys, didn't get it, again, if you're outside the States or anything, especially if you're in Australia, this is a great way to get the release. It is bomb that the uncensored version of the first film is not in 4K, but if I remember correctly, I think part of the reason is because the uncensored cuts, if I remember correctly, aren't they coming from a standard definition file or a file video source? So to insert that to an HD version isn't as jarring, but to take standard definition and put it into 4K, it would probably be quite, it would be noticeable. Now, honestly, I wouldn't mind, but I unfortunately I do understand why it is that way. But again, I've talked about all this before when the Scream Factory stuff came out. Anyway, so Imprint is now releasing Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1 and Part 2. So yeah, and it obviously looks like an amazing set. And next over, we move over to Kino, which has a couple of new announcements and a couple of updates on some upcoming releases. So first up, this is an interesting one. I wasn't expecting this. It's a Death Wish, good lord, collection Blu-ray set of all 5 Death Wish films. Now this is Blu-ray only. It doesn't have any of them in 4K. It is set for November 25th. Retails for $79.95. So it has Death Wish 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, they are Blu-ray. They are the previous Blu-rays that they've already put out. They're just now in just a box set. Now the only one that is new to this is Death Wish 2. Which was put out several years ago by Vinegar Syndrome, which actually was a 4K release with a Blu-ray. Now, for this is Blu-ray only, at least for now. I don't know if Vinegar Syndrome still have the rights to the... I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But anyways, Blu-ray, and because the other films are already available from Blu-ray from Kino, the second one is finally going to get a Blu-ray only release from them. But again, no word on 4K or anything like that. And next up, we have 4 of the upcoming new 4K releases of some of the Abbott and Costello films, which they're doing, which obviously they're getting from Universal. So I know there were originally going to be more coming. Some of them did get delayed by Universal for next year, I think, because they're still doing restoration, if I remember correctly, on that. So, but so far we do have 4 coming in November, which is kind of a shame that it's not October, just because they're all horror related. So here's the thing: they are 4K only. There's no Blu-ray. But they retail for $39.95. So we do have Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man, Abbott and Costello Meet Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy. And again, there is no Blu-ray release, at least not at this moment. So these are going to be 4K discs only. And then finally, we have the details of the upcoming Ninja Trilogy, which is Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, and Ninja 3 The Domination, which are getting new 4K releases. And there's going to be 2 separate releases. One where you can get a box set that'll have all 3 of them in it, or you can get each one individually. Now these are going to be 4K and Blu-ray, except for Ninja 3, which will only be 4K only. It will come with a Blu-ray, but the Blu-ray will only have extras on it. It will not have the film. So just real quick, so each one is getting a new transfer from their original camera negatives. Have 5.1 and 2.0 stereo. I believe that's on all 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. And so as far as the 4K discs go on each one, as far as extras go, the 4K only has the any commentaries and anything else. All the rest are on the Blu-ray that is included. Now the Blu-ray for Enter the Ninja and Revenge of the Ninja are the same ones that they released last year or the year before. The re-release of it, because they released it like a long time ago, and then they re-released them and stuff. And I believe those are identical to the re-release. Like there's no new extras or anything like that on the Blu-rays. And as far as Revenge of the Ninja, heavens, Ninja 3. That's 4K only, again, with that included Blu-ray. That does not have the movie, because I think Scream Factory does still have the rights to the Blu-ray. But again, I did a side-by-side of all the extras, and all of the extras from the Scream Factory release are here. So it doesn't look like you're missing out on anything. The only thing you don't get is Ninja 3 on Blu-ray with this set. And actually, I don't think did I mention this? I don't think I did. Okay. Set for November 18th, the trilogy set, where you get all 3 at once, retails for $119.95, and then each individual film is $44.95. Obviously, you know, that's a retail price. Obviously, they'll be cheaper as we get closer to release. In fact, I know they're already cheaper on the Kino website. Even though there's nothing new here, I'm actually really excited to get all 3 films in 4K, especially Revenge of the Ninja, which is a film I mentioned before. I absolutely love. It was one of those I grew up like watching a ton. Like, I would constantly rent it from the video store until, as I got older, I finally was able to buy my own copy of it. So I can't wait to get those. I'm just trying to decide, like, do I want the individual releases or the box set? I'm kind of leaning towards the box set, actually. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I have a little bit of time. And next up from Terra Vision, they have a new 4K release that they announced that is set for, when was it set? Sometime it's coming out in November. And it is indeed a 4K and Blu-ray release of Happy Hell Night from 1991. It's up for pre-order on the Terra Vision website, which is terra-vision.com. Never forget the dash. Up for pre-order right now for $29.99. Now, this was put out on Blu-ray from Code Red back in 2016. I think it was 2016, a long time ago. In fact, actually, I don't even think I've seen it since I got that Blu-ray from way back when. So, fun one to rewatch. Anyway, so Terra Vision has restored it from its original camera, a 35mm camera negative. It's going to be a 2-disc set, 4K and Blu-ray. Blu-ray is going to be region-free in the set, thank goodness. And does have a couple of nice extras, including a commentary track with Amanda Reyes and Dan Budnick, an interview with Elvis Restrano, interview with Gabe Bartalos, sorry about that, interview with Michael Negrin, and it has the 2K version from that Code Red Blu-ray, which I think is kind of fun. They've done that now in a couple of releases where they've had kind of like some of the older masters on there, which I just think is fun. Yeah, I think that's cool. And it has the original trailer, and again, that is up for pre-order right now from at the Terra Vision website. So Terra Vision really, man, they're having an absolutely amazing time. They're getting more and more of these amazing releases out. So yeah, good on them. I love seeing them kind of really just expand and really kind of grow into like a whole new company, really. So yeah, really, really exciting. And we have two things left. First up, we have two new titles from Lionsgate. Now, as far as I know, I think currently they are, once again, only limited to the Lionsgate website, lionsgatelimited.com, so one of them's a new steelbook, and the other one is a new one in the Vestron line. The Vestron line actually is still coming, but I think, at least for the moment, they are limited to the Lionsgate website, that Lionsgate Limited website. So first up, before I get to details, they have a new, which I'm very excited about. I've wanted this in 4K for a very long time, a new 4K and Blu-ray steelbook of Jacob's Ladder, set for October 14th and up for pre-order for $34.99. And the Vestron title, which is Vestron title number 35, is a Blu-ray of Hider in the House, also set for October 14th and up for pre-order for $24.99. And outside of being in 4K, it also has a 5.1 DTS track and the original theatrical stereo track. I've noticed this now in a lot of Lionsgate releases, which is good. Lionsgate stepping up to the plate, offering these original theatrical mixes on their releases. Thank you, Lionsgate. You know, you're doing a lot better there than some of the quote-unquote bigger studios. I'm looking at you, Universal and Paramount, and even Warner Brothers in some cases. So I don't believe it has any new extras, but it does port over some pre-existing extras from older releases, including a commentary track with director Adrian Lyne, commentary track with film historian and host of the projection booth, Mike White, a making-of featurette, Building, Jacob's Ladder, interview with screenwriter Bruce Joel Rubin, locations of Jacob's Ladder, spirituality in the film, Something's Wrong with My Head, about a Vietnam War trauma in the film, as well as deleted scenes and a trailer gallery. This is one, again, I've just waited for so long to hopefully get a 4K release, and it is coming. So in my opinion, long overdue. And then the other one, which is again, Blu-ray only. Next one, the Vestron line, is Hider in the House, starring Gary Busey and Mimi Rogers. Still have a couple of nice special features, including commentary with the director of the film, Matthew Patrick, and filmmaker Michael Faucher. Yeah, cool. Mike's in there. Out of Hiding, the screenplay of Hider in the House. Tragic Tones, the music of Hider in the House. No Place Like Home, the production of Hider in the House, as well as still gallery and a theatrical trailer. So kind of a shame it's still kind of Blu-ray only, but at least, you know, we are still getting stuff in the Vestron line. It does kind of suck that it's not on Amazon anymore, where they were like $13, you know, at some point. So they're $25 for Blu-ray, but anyway, yeah, so those are both up for pre-order right now at the Lionsgate Limited website. Hopefully the new 4K of The Descent goes up for pre-order soon. Just waiting on that. And next up from Severin, they have released all the details, and actually it's up for pre-order right now, of the Emmanuelle 4K and Blu-ray set for December 9th, up for pre-order right now on the Severin website for $135. It's an 11-disc set. So it has all 4 of the films. Again, Emmanuelle from 1974, Emmanuelle 2 from 1975, Goodbye Emmanuelle from 1977, and Emmanuelle from 1969. Get to the details in just a second, but each film is going to be on a 4K disc as well as a Blu-ray disc. And there are 2 CD soundtracks included. And it comes with a 128-page book on the films. Now you can get the first film, Emmanuelle from 1974, separately. You get all 3 discs with that one, which 4K has the film, and then the Blu-ray, which has the film, some extras, and then an extra disc with the rest of the extras. And that is up for pre-order for $35. Now the rest of the Emmanuelle films, at least as of now, you could only get in the box set. And all 4 films have been transferred from the original camera negatives. And the first film actually has 2 versions of the film. It has the original theatrical version and a director's cut. Now in this case, the theatrical version is 94 minutes and the director's cut is 93 minutes. Not sure what the difference is between the two, so if you know, let me know. And just a heads up, so all the 4K discs are region free. All the Blu-rays with the movies on them are region A locked, but I think there's one Blu-ray that just has extras on it. That is region free though, but just so you know, all the Blu-rays which actually have the movies on them are region A locked for those of you outside of region A. And there's a lot here. I'm actually not going to get like specific, so let's just go through it. So as far as the first film goes, on the 4K disc, it has a new commentary track on the director's cut only and the French trailer. The included Blu-ray, which has the film on it, as well as the other special features, obviously has the commentary track again on the director's cut only, but also has a couple of interviews, one with one of the actresses, one with the producer, the camera operator, one on the costumes of the film, one on the dubbing of the film, one with one of the actresses on the set of The Sand Pebbles from 1966. It's kind of interesting, as well as The Joys of Emmanuelle Part 1, and the French trailer, the US trailer, and then the third Blu-ray in the set, which is a couple more extras for the first film. Has interview with Camille Moreau, author of Emmanuelle, Arson. I don't know how to pronounce that. Oh, it's not arson. Arson has an O in it, right? And let me move on. Biography of a pseudonym, plus an interview with director Jess Jakin, a hard look from 2000, a TV documentary on filmmaker Alex Cox, Emmanuelle in Ontario, video essay on the Canadian censorship battle of the film. So again, that's for the first film, and then we move on to Emmanuelle 2. 4K disc does have a new commentary track, as well as the international trailer and the US trailer, and then it has a Blu-ray which has the film commentary track, as well as an audio interview with the director, an interview with the producer, the cinematographer, one with director Jennifer Moorman, assistant professor of communication and media studies, filming report for Swiss TV, The Joys of Emmanuelle Part 2, with a couple of interviews, as well as the international trailer, the US trailer, and the radio spots. And then disc 6 is a soundtrack CD. And then the next 2 discs are for Goodbye Emmanuelle from 1977, which again, the 4K disc has a commentary track, international trailer and the US trailer, and then the Blu-ray has the film with the commentary track, as well as interviews with author Jeremy Ritchie and senior lecturer from the London Metropolitan University, Leela Wimmer, the music of the film series, and then The Joys of Emmanuelle Part 3 with a couple of interviews, and again the international trailer, US trailer, and radio spots. And then finally Emmanuelle from 1969, which is a virtually unknown and rarely seen 1969 Italian production inspired by the memoir. And on the 4K disc has the commentary track and a trailer, and then the Blu-ray film with the commentary track, as well as an introduction, interview with the director, interview with one of the extras and one of the actors, a video essay, an archival interview, as well as the trailer. And then there is also another soundtrack CD. So as you can see, this thing is, good lord, jam-packed, and good on them for actually doing being able to do a 4K of all four, including that sort of seems like rarely seen Italian production. And I don't think I've seen the first one. I don't think I've seen any of the other ones, and I saw the first one a long time ago, and like I only remember bits of it. I'm sure you can probably figure out which bits I kind of remember. But yeah, so actually I want to kind of pick this one at some point. And yeah, so it's up for pre-order right now at the Severin Films website. So that's it for this video. Obviously, you know, a couple different things here to talk about. And next, from this recording, hopefully when this gets posted, we are also 1 week away from the very last Friday of September, where we will get the Arrow releases for December. Plus the following week will be October 1st, where we will see what the Vinegar Syndrome titles are for October, and it will be October, which will be awesome. It's my favorite month of the year, and I know for some of you, I think you share that as well. So I'm excited. I'm actually really excited for October this year. I kind of just with kind of everything kind of going on personally, actually, it'll be nice to have a bit of a distraction, and I'm gonna do something this year that I actually started I've continued. I actually started on October 1st last year. I started logging every film that I watched each day. I was just going to do it in October, which, by the way, every October 1st, I do watch the original Night of the Living Dead, Romero's version, which was released on October 1st, so that's why it just seems perfect. And last year, when I got to the end of October, I was like, maybe I'll do a little bit longer, and I've been doing it every single day ever since then, so it'll be fun to, and obviously I'm going to continue it. So it's just kind of nice, because sometimes I'm like, wait, did I watch that? When did I watch that? And I can go back and actually check. I don't know why I haven't been doing this all along. It kind of seems kind of dumb, but yeah, I'm doing it now, so I guess that's what counts. So again, that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on all of these announcements, and I have to give obviously a very special thank you to my channel members. This is the first month of having a channel members option, which is amazing. So thank you guys for giving it a shot right out of the gate. It just means so much to me. And there are a couple more member only videos coming soon. In fact, one of them's already filmed. So if any of you at least want to try it for a month, you don't have to do it now, but just at some point, hopefully if you do, I can make it worthwhile. And whether you do, whether you don't, it's okay, because I'm so thankful for all of you. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.